definitely see them coming into S2 and even CoD champs as well.
Of course, and then we're going to be looking at, you know, Chiefs later on the weekend, but we're going to be heading into game this time. Validate versus Tainted Minds. You know, I got to really put it to you here, Yosh. Who do you have taking this one, and what do you think the series score is going to be?
I think Tainted Minds is just going to be too hard for Validate to handle. I think if they start off hot, definitely can see this being a runaway map. You know, 250, 120.
Yep.
But if Validate can get the sort of steam early, you know, looking for players like Beast and Liam to get, you know, a few kills early on. If they can manage to do so, then Validate definitely in for a shot here. Well,
we're going to be starting off things on Scorch Hardpoint here, ladies and gentlemen. They're kicking off CGPL Finals here for Autumn 2017. Ging on the screen to start things off. He's going to find a kill, restoring Beast and combining for some more. Zeus and Setzi trying to get some points on the board in the middle. Hardpoint is, of course, a scrap hill, but they've been able to clean up Validate and push them all the way in the back of the respawn. Zeus, he's doing some work aggressively here, trying to stop them from being able to get any time in that hill, and he's holding off the line quite heavily here.
Yeah, most definitely. Tainted Minds started off that really, really well. They made their first engagements and pretty much won every single battle. But as I say, that Validate making a big 3 kills there, and they do seem to have good map control right now. The only player alive right now is Zeus towards that back comms area, but he has been killed now. So Validate pretty much in full control now. But rotation is vital right now. They do not want to drop right now, because then that will allow Tainted Minds to make free rotation. So Beastin is vital right now towards his deck area.
Well, we're talking about Setzi. He started off quite hot here. 4-1 just as of yet, and the most hill time to speak of. The score's almost tied up right now. Rotation has been made on towards the turbine. I'm really struggling with my words. The turbine hardpoint here. And Zeppa, he's holding this one down, just snaking a little bit, waiting for players to potentially push him. And it looks like a couple of the Tainted Minds players are going to be pushing in. Setzi, he finds another one there, so a very good start from him. And here we go, the 3-man push. They're going to be running into the hill. No kills found as of yet for this TM squad. Damage finally finding one, but Liam and Zeppa cleaning up 2 kills. 2 players left from Tainted Minds trying to contest this here. Nimble and Damage, they're doing some work in Nimble. He's going to find the kill along with his teammate, and that's going to be Tainted Minds getting control with 25 seconds left in this hardpoint.
Yeah, that was a huge breakdown from Tainted Minds. All pushed to one lane. Normally you would see, you know, a few players pushing from kind of different areas, kind of catch players off, but they, you know, decided all to go that alley area, made huge kills, and end up getting the rest of the scrap time. So it looks like, you know, going towards this hangar hard point will be about a 10-point game. So it's pretty much, you know, very close right now. No one kind of edging it out. Kills, you know, going in favor of both teams. So this is pretty much a perfect start for Validate right now. I feel like that's what they needed to get in this game. Just kind of make kills nice and early on, and just get a bit of feel for land early on. And you know, they're doing quite well early on in the game.
Beastin, he's got a 5-kill streak just as of yet, restoring, getting a 2-piece off screen. He's getting hyped up on stage, and you know, you were talking about him finding his confidence. It sounds like he's done just that. Validate, they're still in the lead here. I don't think they've actually dropped it just as of yet, or even if they have, they've brought it back very quickly. Beastin finally getting shut down, and Tainted Minds are able to break into this hard point quite easily. They've got the spawns, and they've got 28 seconds to work with. Validate on the complete opposite side of the map. They're going to have to try and pinch these players in here if they want to try and bake it back out of this bridge. We'll see. Damage just holding it down with the teammate, waiting for these Validate players to push them, but doesn't look like it's going to be the case here. Zeppa and Zeus trading some players out, but Setzi, he's doing that objective work. As you said, he's got 1 minute 12 on the hard point.
Yeah, that's pretty much all of Tainted Minds' time right now. And as you can say, he's keeping up in the slaying. This is exactly what I said to you. I've played with him before. He's a very, very good slayer. And, you know, I think kind of people expected him to not be able to fill Denz's shoes, but I think he's doing it just quite well right now. Of course, obviously going to be a different situation of coming up against a roster of, you know, Sif or maybe Chiefs quality. But, you know, right now he's doing pretty much everything perfect. Nimble, doing everything in here. Even he's getting vocal at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of one thing that, you know, Validate for them. They don't want to get too vocal, because if they do manage to, you know, fire up the belly and the beast, that is Tainted Minds, then it'll come back and haunt him, because right now it seems as though, you know, both Nimble and Setzi are firing up on all cylinders, and it seems as though this could go very, very south quickly.
Setzi, he's still combining for more, finally getting shut down there, but Tainted Minds, they've got so much control over this map, pushing out the Validate spawns to the back of the map, not allowing them an easy rotate back into the hard point, and they've been able to surmount quite a lead here. It's going to be about 40 points. That's a good start for this squad. They needed that to get off the rip, especially as we've said continuously, and we will keep saying, with that substitute, you really need to see them step up and fill up the big shoes of Denz. But, you know, the other thing that we have to think about is that allows the other players on Tainted Minds to really step up as well. You know, we're looking at Zeus and Nimble to really take control here. Setzi, though, is doing a lot of work for this squad, and, I mean, I can't put it past him, seeing that he's just filled in for this event.
Yeah, most definitely. It's definitely a chance for, you know, players like Renee and stuff to shine. Obviously, as I said, plenty of time in the community, you know, all over social media and stuff, they say that Dens is the team. And I know, you know, for a fact that players like Limble, they absolutely hate it when they say that Dens is the carry, because right now it seems as though, you know, they need to be making sure that they are the players that they can pull the numbers. They're not always relying on Dens to carry, and it seems as though they're doing just okay right now. They have managed to drop a bit of a lead here, letting a Validate get back in the game, which is not what they want to be doing, but, you know, relatively well speaking, they're doing fine right now.
Ging, he's got that Scarab in hand as well, allowing the teammates from Tainted Minds to spawn up behind him. But with 3 seconds left of the scrap time, we're going to see Validate break it here, and they're setting up for the rotation over towards the next hill. Setsi, he's going to try and find the player inside. Can he find it? He will. The second one contests, though, and he can't get that. But his teammates, they've got control over the hill here. So they're just going to set up and wait for the push from Validate, and it looks like it's coming now. A ground pound there, and Nimble, he's going to come around the corner, find that kill, and just watch out for another one around the corner here, too. Spots the second and the third contest, but he's not going to be able to get the shots out in time there. Teammate assist. Setsi helping out. Zeppa, though, cleaning up Nimble finally here. Zeus, he's trying to stay alive on this hardpoint. He needs his teammates to respawn, and they've done just that once again. Validate, they're spawning all the way across the other side of the map, one at a time, having to regroup and rethink for a good 10 seconds before they can even think about moving up the map.
Yeah, that just seemed they're very poor from Validate there. You know, throughout the start of the game, they were playing, you know, the trades relatively well. It seems as though they pushed that hard point, you know, a lot too individual. No trades, you know, coming in. Allowed for, you know, Nimble and Zeus to both get, you know, easy, relative 2 pieces. And it just allowed the game to get out of hand now. You can see Tainted Minds are up by 60 points now, and then in full control. They've even got rotation to new. Zeppa have to do a lot of work here. Has to make at least another big kill here. Unfortunately, just shut down by Nimble, and you can see he's getting hype in the booth right now. So right now, Tainted Minds in pretty much full control. I just can't see Validate get back in this game. I think it will pretty much end on drill hardpoint here.
Well, we're going to have to see what Nimble and Setsi do with their rig draft here. We're going to see Nimble. He's got that active camo. Loves using that one. He's on 20 kills with a 4 kill streak, finally getting shut down there. Zeppa trying to do some more work, but it's not going to happen. And as you're saying, Tainted Minds, they're just being able to control these hardpoints with absolute dominance here, not allowing Validate the time of day to get another point on the board. 20 seconds left in this one, and it's going to be up to Zeppa and Beeston to break in if they want to get any points on this hardpoint. Tainted Minds, though, 218 to 114, over 100 points ahead here. Nimble doing so much work, damage as well on a 2 kill streak. Zeus setting up, and he gets a 2-piece. He's shooting bodies, he's hyped up, and that's going to be only 20 points remaining until Tainted Minds take the win here.
Yeah, he's loving it. I heard a bit of smack talk early on before the series started in the free for-alls, and it seems as though Renee, he's letting Beeston know that that was pathetic from him. Right now, it seems as though Validate pretty much have to be near perfect at hardpoint gameplay right now to get even back in this game. Only 16 points. Tainted Minds need to take this first hard point. Zeppa, a lot of work to do right now, and he's shut down by Zeus. But the trades do come in, and this is what Validate need to do. You know, towards the back end of this game, need to make sure that at least winning every single trade, maybe even string a few 2 pieces. But right now, it just seems as though Tainted Minds can pretty much just win off scrap points at this point in time. Yeah,
there's only 12 points remaining for them to be able to take the win here, but Validate, they're doing very well, keeping them out. Beeston, he's the one on the hill right now, has to stay alive, allow his teammates to come and support him, and they're doing just that. Liam and Beeston combining for 2 damage. He tries to get in, goes for the smackdown, won't find the kill, but he does find the second there in the end, but it's not enough. Validate, they've still got players there, they're getting the scrap time, but Tainted Minds, they're set up in the middle of the map here. We've got Setsi and Zeus doing as much work as possible. We're going to see here now, we've got the Trinity Rockets coming down. Beeston, he finds a kill with that one. Validate, they're on the hard point here, and they're trying to surmount a comeback. Tainted Minds, they're spawning. They're going to regroup here and allow some time to be able to get back into this one. They don't need to rush because they are so far ahead, but take your time, work methodically around the map, take off kills one by one. You've still got Setsu with his rig to use. I don't know what it is. Beeston has his payload as well, restalling. He's the last on this hill. He needs to stay alive. Damage contesting right now, and they don't need that many points to get the win here. So if he can find the kill, he might be able to shut down Validate's chances, but they're going to respawn. He'll find 2 hit damage, and he gets shut down by Zeppa, but Zeppa, he has used his active camo. He gets killed from Zeus. Another 2-piece there. 10 points remaining here. Zeus and damage combining to allow Tainted Minds back on this hard point. Validate, this is stressful for them. They need to get on the hill. 2 points remaining, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Tainted Minds taking down Validate in the first map, 250 to 158.
Yeah, Validate playing that back end of the game, relatively well. As I said, playing the trades, making sure that at least, in the hard point, and damage just did enough there to contest the hard point. Made huge 2-piece there to open it up. and then pretty much just spawned him out, and they pretty much couldn't do anything from there. So unfortunate for Validate, but Tainted Minds, I think everyone kind of assumed that they were going to get the result.
Well, that's definitely the case here. I mean, we were talking about it all of yesterday while we were looking at the players. We were watching them warm up and we were talking to them. And a lot of the consensus is that even without Dens, this squad is good enough to take the event, even against some of those teams with such good players, such as SYF and Chiefs. But we are going to be heading into a throwback S&D next. What's your take on that map between these two teams?
I think if any S&D map, there's definitely a chance for Validate to get back in it. It's throwback. I think it's definitely... it's just one side of the map. You're pretty much pushing that road towards the lemon area. If you can get control of that, it can pretty much open the map. So it's just about who can win the gunfights in the middle of the map and towards that road area. If you can manage to do that, then it's pretty much anyone's game. I think Validate are in for a shot here. I don't think it'll be a blowout.
Well, I'm hoping it is that case because, we definitely don't want to see one of the teams get completely blown out at this event. Of course, we love when games go to Game 5 because it gets very stressful from both teams indeed. But I mean, looking at how those players played, and I mean, Zeus, he across the season without Dens has been the best player or got the most kills, and Damage actually has the highest KD. I mean, we're talking about players that need to step up on that team. Do you think that they're definitely two of them that, across the season so far may have been a bit underrated or may have not been able to show their full presence on the map?
I think that's definitely the case. I think it's just Dens is just there, and he's just picking up a lot of kills. I think they're still consistent in how they're playing, and that's fine for Tainted Minds. Like as I said, with Setsi coming in, it'll come natural. I think so. I don't think Tainted Minds, the dynamic of their roster, I don't think it'll affect them too much this weekend.
Well, we'll look forward to that, but we also have to look at Validate there. Smout a bit of a comeback. I was getting a little bit worried for Tainted Minds. They weren't able to get control of the hard point. They were contesting it, but of course that's not enough to get those points on the board. I feel like they definitely still have a lot of fire in the belly. They definitely want to show up in this search and destroy, but do you think that they were just outclassed or out-rotated or out-anchored in that game?
To be perfectly honest, the way they started the game was really good. They started off, making their trades and playing the hardpoint time. It was only that I think it was after the first rotation, the first hardpoint going towards mid. That's when they kind of slacked off. They let a few kills slide here and there, and that's when it kind of Tainted Minds decided to get that big lead. And then towards the back end of the game, they started playing good again. So if they can be consistent throughout the whole entire hardpoint game, they'll definitely be in for a shot. But to be consistent against a team like Tainted Minds is no easy task, and we can be sitting here and saying, they just need to be consistent, but it's a very hard job for them. But if they can play their potential, they can most definitely do it.
Well, I mean, we were talking about Beeston a lot already. He got a couple of really good two pieces there. I mean, do you think that his play style has fit into this team well?
Yeah, most definitely. It's second to none. I think Setsi and Beeston play very, very similar. Very, very aggressive. They like to play for the kills, and it just comes natural. I think as I said, the dynamic of both Tainted Minds and Validate this weekend won't change too much, and it's just more so who can just play to their potential.
Well, that's all to be revealed in the upcoming map, but I mean, we didn't get to talk about them very much beforehand. Let's sort of touch on Chiefs a little bit. Now, this squad have been thrown together towards the end of the season after the Chiefs squad, original Chiefs squad from even a month ago, disbanded after CWL Sydney won.
Yep.
How do you feel this squad has been? Because, I mean, we look at some of their online results since that event, and they haven't really been playing that well necessarily.
I think Chiefs will be fine. I think it's more so, bringing in, under 18 players such as Swifty. He's only just turned 18 as well as Jack. He's only just recently turned 18 as well. So it's going to take a bit for them to get, into the rhythm. But as soon as they do manage to do so, I think there'll be a firepower in this team.
Well, we'll have to talk about them more so in the next series. But here we have map 2, Search and Destroy on throwback between Validate and Tainted Minds, of course, here. Series score 1-0 to TM, but we're going to go into this one looking towards the future, looking towards which team can take out those Search and Destroy rounds. As you said, we will see Zeus picking up the bomb for this squad. Right now, just watching over this lower street here, Damage playing up top of the bus. One player contesting from top food there. We'll have to see if that happens. Just as of yet, no real decision seems to have been made as to which bomb site to go to, but here we go. Damage, he spots one over towards Lemon there. Doesn't get any tags in. That's okay. Tainted Minds, they're doing all right, just setting up, waiting for a good pick here. But Zeppa, he's going to be the first one to find Zeus there.
Yeah, most definitely. It seems as though very passive from both teams right now. No one kind of want to give us up any kind of, you know, 3 kills right here, but it seems as though Tainted Minds looks like they might be looking to go towards this bomb. Looks like Damage is going to be the one to plant, but Restalling all in a situation by himself towards that lemon area, and Damage, that's pretty much clinical kill from him. You know, won't see him lose too many of them, and very clean round there from TM.
Doing well in the first round, as you said, very passive, slow start from both squads. Weren't really wanting to give away those initial picks, but we'll have to see how this goes into the second round. It will be Validate this time going into the aggressive round, and I have to apologize to the viewers at home. We do have the team names wrong in game, and of course the colors. So when you see green, it's actually Validate. So keep that in mind going forward here, just at least for this map. Zeppa though, he's going to be the bomb carrier this time around, and it looks like they're pushing towards A. Kill from Nimble is going to find the first blood onto Restalling, and that's sort of what we didn't want from Validate if they are to get into this one. Bomb has been planted though at A. I mean, Validate, they need to set up well with the 2 remaining players if they want to get this win here.
Yeah, most definitely. It seems as though they're just getting shut down nice and early. Again, Nimble just shutting down Beast, and it just seems as though they're getting these bomb plans down, but you got to make sure you're making them kills nice and early before you manage to get that down. You've got to have control, and it seems they're trying to get that bomb down nice and early before, you know, sort of having any control, and it's kind of coming there back to punish them. Tainted Minds easily just batching with that, and they got 2-0 in the series, or map, sorry.
Well, as you said, 2-0 in the map. A good defensive hold from them. They did allow the bomb plant, though, so that's something that Validate can be happy with. They would have got some points from that. Zeppa, he was the one who planted it, and he's actually almost halfway through towards his rig there. Nimble, though, he's going to be the bomb carrier this time around, and it looks like they might be heading towards B here. He's got his teammate of Setsi helping him out, holding his hand through the process of walking down the train tracks. But here we go. This is where the split happens. They're going to try and bait it out. But the players from Validate, they haven't bought into it. They've still got 3 over towards A here. Nimble, he has to be careful. He doesn't get shut down from behind. Spots out a couple there. No kills just as of yet. Such slow rounds to start things off, Shiosh. And I would have expected Tainted Minds to really step up the pace in Search and Destroy.
Yeah, obviously I think that, you know, with Setsi coming in, they haven't got any sort of set strats that can kind of use right now. Oh, Nimble just lost a huge gunfight. That would have been, you know, big for his team. That would have been 50 off the Scarab, as well as, you know, pretty much having full active camo. So unfortunate for him to get shut down, and the bomb, you know, dropped in a relatively poor spot. But Beeson again, 1v2 situation. It seems as though his teammates can't do anything right now. Can't seem to string any sort of kills. Beeson all by himself. Lee 0-3 at the moment. He needs to pick it up if he wants to have any sort of shot in this game. But if any man in Validate squad can do it, it's definitely Beeson as he goes towards his top ticket area. We'll look towards the mid-map. Doesn't see anything. He doesn't really have any information to work with right now. So going to be very, very hard for him to clutch this out. And the bomb is also playing off the other side. So, you know, with only 30 seconds remaining, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to clutch this. And I don't think TM will drop this round. Well,
he's getting shot in the back there, contested from all over, and that's going to be the final kill going towards Tainted Minds' way. So they go at 3-0 in this Search and Destroy. Already 1-0 up in the map count here as well. Beaston not really able to do much in that situation. You know, you plant the bomb on the preferred side. If you want to go and hit a little head glitch or something like that somewhere atop the street. And they did just that. Tainted Minds cleaning that one up very, very quickly there. Liam, though, we have to look to him. He's got 0 kills to start things off here. I mean, is that something you think out of confidence maybe, or just nervousness being his first event, or you think it's just the fact he's going up against players like Tainted Minds potentially?
I just think he's the front runner for the squad at the moment. I think he's the one that's getting the first kind of engagement. Just unfortunately just getting shut down, and you know his teammates just aren't coming in for the trade, which is unfortunate. Damage managed to get first blood on Zeppa. And again, it seems as though they're just giving up too much, you know, map control and giving up first blood every round, and it's just pretty much hindering their performance right now. You're not going to win any kind of rounds if you're dropping that early on. So you can see Liam right now working towards this back grandma area. There's a few players around, so you can definitely pick one up. It's just if you can get the timing. That right now he's just kind of playing very, very safe towards this back green area, stalling, just sitting along the B bomb, kind of waiting for someone to make a play, but it doesn't seem as though that's going to be the case. I don't think Validate realize that they actually have the bomb right now. They have to get it down, and they're all towards the back grandma area. No map control right now. The TM shutting it down, and they're leaving themselves no time to plant. As you can see, not sure who that was. That was a very geek spot towards that grandma area. Beaston working through this mid-map. Liam does manage to finally get first blood, or his first kill for this map, so that's very good. And leaves Nimble and Setsi in a 2v2 situation. Liam going towards this bomb. They know the bomb is going to be going down now, so they just have to Restalling. Does get one. Beaston in a big gunfight has to win that. Does seem as though Setsi going to get away. And he's got a 1v2 situation to deal with. He will get... Ooh. Thought for sure he was definitely going to pick that up. MV4, probably not the optimal weapon to be using in that situation, but Validate finally get themselves on the board.
Validate there, finally securing around, as you said here, installing your final kill cam, getting Setsy. He's doing as much work as he can, but he wasn't able to do enough in that 1v3. So here we go, Validate getting that first round. That's what they needed. And Liam, as I said him, and he's finally got himself a kill here to start things off, restoring though. A very good round from him, so let's make sure that we keep our eyes on him. But Zeus, he's going to be on the screen right now, pushing towards this lower bike path, but he decides to jump up onto the middle train tracks, watching the underpass. Bomb is going to be in Nimble's hand, but Setsy, he goes down to restoring his first blood here, and that's not good for Tainted Minds. They need to step up here. They need to be able to get some more kills and trade those out, as you've been talking about, but they're not doing anything of the sort. Damage lasts alive in a 1v4. Nothing is going to come from it, and they are going to win their second round here. Validate a very clinical round from them.
Yeah, that was a huge round from them. Lee managed to get his first kill, the previous round, and that gave him a bit of confidence to go into that round. And Validate looked very convincing there in that round. If they can manage to string a few more rounds together, they can definitely give Tainted Minds a run for their money here. I think this round here will be the one that will decide this map. I think whoever wins this will be, the team to go on the win, because if Tainted Minds win it, they'll be up 4-2. Got a bit of a 2-round buffer in a pretty tough spot, and they also should have payloads coming into play. So, going to be a tough spot for Validate to get picking it. But if Validate can manage to win this one, they've won 3 in a row, and definitely confidence should be at all-time high. Well,
I think Restoring is actually on something like a 3-kill streak, or maybe a 2. So we'll have to keep our eyes on him. He is going to get shut down for first blood there. So Zeppa, he's going to respond on damage. That's a good start there, but trading kills left and right now. Beeson, he's starting to heat up a little bit. 2-kill streak for him, 6 and 3. It's going to be Ging now in a 1v2. He finds the first, but the bomb has been planted. He needs... Oh, no, the bomb hasn't been planted, sorry. Oh, yes, it has. I'm just losing my mind here. Nimble, he's got active camo to work with. I doubt he'll pick it out, but he's just going to stick the bomb plant here. Beeson, he has to check this. Surely he does. He sees the foot. Can he get the kill? No. He won't be able to. Nimble! What the hell was that? He just outguns him. Wow.
What was that? I'm not even sure what Beeson was doing. I don't know how he didn't win that gunfight. The guy wasn't even moving, and Nimble sometimes hits him with Advanced Warfare dash and just manages to gun him there, and even gets the defuse as well. That was a huge play from Nimble, and that is going to be a confidence crusher for Validate, and I don't see him get back in this game after that. That was absolutely just smoking.
Wow. My brain, it's what? How? Beeson, you just have to, you see his foot, you just have to start pre-firing the dude. He's on the bomb, he has to get rid of the thing, pull out his gun. You've got plenty of time to get at least 3 bullets into him and then find the 4th for the kill. But Nimble, he just does something weird there, and it works out. But he's going to be the first blood here. Zeppa traded out with a kill of his own. And we'll see here now a 3v3 damage. He's picked up the bomb, but they're not going to plant it just as of yet. You can hear the Tainted Minds players. They're going to be coming in the background trying to secure this round. They don't want to lose anymore. They want to get that 3-round buffer, that's for sure. And Liam, he's going to be in a 1v3. He's going to get taken down off screen. Tainted Minds go up 5-2.
Yeah, Sessi shot as crisp as he managed to destroy that guy in Grandma. So it doesn't seem as though he's going to be hindered by anything this weekend. He seems going to be the guy who can fill Denzel's shoes quite easily. But Tainted Minds, they're putting on a clinic right now. Bar the easy 2 rounds from Validate, been pretty much flawless in S&D. Liam struggling right now, 1-5, almost on the breadstick. If he manages to drop that, I just can't see him getting any sort of confidence to go towards this uplink. I think it might be on Precinct as well. So a very good map there for TM. To see Zeppa pop that camouflage, will get 1. Might even get a second here towards 11 to see. I think it might have been damaged, might have backed it up. So Validate pretty much have full control of the bomb now, and this is a very good post-play position right now. Can definitely see them getting a few kills here and definitely taking this round.
Liam's going to find one towards Setsy, breaking it a 2v4 situation for Tainted Minds in a tough spot right now, and they need to find some kills quickly. Zeppa, he's going to get 1 onto damage, I believe that was. Zeus traded him out, but it's not enough. Validate, they get the 3rd round on the board, so that stops the win going in Tainted Minds' favour.
Yeah, most definitely. Much needed round for Validate. I think they still need to win. They have to win this round. If they can win this round, they're definitely in for a shot. But it's going to be a tough one. I think Tainted Minds, being on attack, they've been very, very strong, very, very convincing. Do manage to get first bloods and get that bomb down nice and early. So as you can also see, Nimble has his payload as well as Setsy. So a lot of utility to work with here as we do go towards the B site or A site. Sorry. Nimble going towards his top rail area, just looking out towards that lemon. Hasn't seen anything yet. I don't think he'll blind camo just yet. Just looking for the Scarab to get any sort of information. I think he'll pop it and follow it up. But right now, it doesn't seem like he can find anything. Setsy does manage to get first blood. Nimble will have a big engagement right here in Grandma's. I think he's seen him. Probably will pop camo here. An easy kill for him. We'll sort that out in a 2v4 situation now for Validate. Make that a 1v4. Zappa,
GG.
all live to get in here, and he can't do anything here. So we'll go to Game 3 with Tainted Minds being up 2-0 in the series.
Well, a convincing round there from Tainted Minds towards the end, but they had a couple of shaky ones that they might want to take a look at and watch over after the event there. Just sort of, work on some of the issues that they may have had. But one of the things I want to point out is that Zeppa used his active camo in that previous round. Yes, it was to help stop Tainted Minds from taking the win in the second last round, but it's still, you're at a point where none of your teammates have their payloads available. You're going to use the only one for the team to just get one, what was like a relatively simple kill as it was.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it could have definitely been utilised to more potential, especially in that round. That round there would have come in, very handy. They could have got towards the bomb, maybe picked up 1 or 2 kills. As Zeppa's got really good gunnies, so he could have definitely made 1 or 2 kills there with the camouflage. I think it would have been more influential in the game. I think that 1v1 wasn't so much. They pretty much took the round convincing anyway, so they didn't really need that kill to get that. So again, I think Validators need to kind of work on that inexperience, I guess, to use these payloads in against big teams. But Tainted Minds only let a few rounds slide there, a few little simple mistakes, but right now they're playing pretty good.
Well, they did do a decent job, I have to say, and the rounds that they did win, they seemed very, very convincing. And as you mentioned, that's without Dens, their fourth, of course, and without any of those sort of set strats that they might use or plan to use for an event. Of course, Dallas didn't go as well as Tainted Minds would have planned.
Yep.
They would have used as many of the best strategies that they could have for that event, but coming into this one, you're playing against arguably lesser opponents in Validate. I'm surely that the rest of the team, the core 3 that are still here, would have been able to pull them out and teach Setsy a few things.
Yeah, most definitely. I think just as a player's point of view, obviously being a player, playing with experienced players, just being in that environment just makes you just play good. I don't know what it is. You just get that sense of entitlement. You just playing with good players. You must be somewhat decent, and it just gives you a confidence boost. And I think Setsy, playing with these core 3 would definitely give him positives. He can come in and say, oh, okay, like I'm a good player. I can play with these players, and it's just gonna help him all through the weekend. But this series is a good good test for Tainted Minds. They're playing against, as I said, lesser opponents. Obviously, most people would see this is pretty much clear cut 3-0. They can use this as a warm up somewhat. And just play it throughout the series, and at least get Setsy in a kind of rhythm to work with the team and get some sort of chemistry. And for when they come against either Sif or Chiefs in the next round, and then he'll be fine, I think.
Yeah, well, we were talking to the players before, I think yesterday, and it seemed to be the consensus from at least Damage that the team doesn't really feel any difference. They feel like Setsy's basically stepped into Dens' role, and he's doing enough that allows the rest of the team to do their jobs as well as they can with Dens on the team. Obviously, you won't see, or it's unlikely that we'll see those 40-50 bombs out of Setsy, but surely I think this team is quite confident going into the event, even with that substitute, that they can definitely make an impact here against those top teams, as you said.
Yeah, you as I said, you won't see the Dens 40-50 bombs, but I think with Setsy playing such more passive, as we see in the first hard point, he was playing more towards that hard point. That allows for more kills to come, from Renee, from Nimble. So I could definitely see, Nimble and Zeus both dropping 40 bombs, even Damage somewhat. If he's on fire, if he's winning them big gunfights and he needs to win, he can definitely drop a 40 bomb. So I think more so with Dens out of the picture, it's just allowing the other core 3 to further, show that they're capable of doing what they can do. Yeah,
well, one player that I want to highlight, of course, for probably the wrong reason, is Liam not really showing up. I think he only ended up with 2 kills in the end of that search and destroy there on throwback. Do you think that could be the fact, he's still getting used to the LAN environment, or do you think that he's just, not really found his footing, found his hype, found his, enthusiasm, ready to go and get ready and beat these top teams?
I think it's just more so coming against a team like Tainted Minds. I think that's probably the worst possible outcome for them.
Yeah.
First LAN series, go up against a team that's, they have a feel, but they are still the top 2 team at the moment. So I think it's kind of a confidence crusher. But You know, as I said, I seen him warming up the other day. His mental fortitude is good. I don't see him, you know, getting in that rhythm where he's going to confidence is just going to drop and be useless the entire series. I think it's just going to be map by map. He played relatively well the hard point. He made a few big kills and got a bit of hard point time. S&D, he just got shut down early. Can't do much about that. You know, he was the front runner for his squad, but I think if he can definitely get, you know, early kills in this uplink, I can definitely see him dropping numbers.
Well, let's talk about uplink a bit because, yes, you have played against some of these top teams. You've watched them throughout the season. Tainted Mind's obviously the only real consistent roster coming into this event, but do you think that from what we've seen across the season that they are potentially the best uplink team here?
Yeah, most definitely. I think obviously if you disregard Mindfreak, TM definitely the best uplink team. I think I've seen, you know, multiple times, you know, especially precinct. It's a map where you definitely trap players towards that, you know, that back petrol area as well as, you know, cherry blossoms as well. If you can shut them down, you can, you know, string a lot of points. And Tainted Minds are very, very good at doing that. They can manage to get, you know, 6, 8 points in, you know, a very short space of time. And if they can manage to do that against Validate, then, you know, obviously they're going to be out of the series, and that's going to be a quick 3 over Tainted Minds.
Well, we're going to be heading into the map number 3 very, very shortly, guys. It is going to be uplink on precinct, as you said, and of course, it's going to be Tainted Minds Validate. We'll see which team can come out on top. We'll see Tainted Minds starting things off on the bottom of the minimap and Validate on the top here. Beeson, number 1 player on the screen, or first player on the screen, I should say, heading into this one. Yosh, what's your prediction? What's your score prediction?
I think it's going to be a clear cut. You know, Tainted Minds smoking them the uplink. I think the confidence right now will be pretty much shot from Validate. The S&D wasn't too good, and I think Setsy's just kind of feeling the vibe right now. So if Nimble and Setsy can shut it down nice and early, I think they can definitely put on a lot of points here and pretty much run away with this series.
Well, I really think Beeson, he needs to really show up here and help his team, you know, being that player that has played in the CWL for almost a year now. It's his responsibility really to show these Validate players what it's like to be in the big leagues. Beeson, last alive for his team. Teammates are going to be spawning up, but Tainted Minds have done very well to close this out. Beeson, though, with a 2-piece is going to be able to shut anything down. Tainted Minds, they're going to come in on the flank, though. They're watching him from behind here. Zeus comes with that E-Rad out of all things. He's going to find a 2-piece there in the middle of the map. And his teammates as well, roaming around, just finding kills left, right, and center here. Nimble, he's showing up big time at this, you know, in this series so far, and that drone is being pushed up so well by Tainted Minds.
Yeah, I see. It's good to see from Tainted Minds that they're using the 2 E-Rad meta. I see that it offers up a lot of aggression towards this, you know, front statue area, as well as, you know, getting a ticket. If you can get them sort of areas, it can be very, very dangerous. And Renee, you know, obviously known for his, you know, rifle gameplay, but I have seen him use the submachine gun, and he's very, very strong with it. So I can definitely see him posting up some numbers, but right now it seems like Validate handling the pressure quite well right now. They haven't really given up too much, and do see 2 kills go in their favor right now, so they can get some sort of map control now. Seems as though Setsy just snaking towards that drone respawn, but right now Validate going to be the first team to run this drone. A few kills to go through. If they can manage to get this, they might get first points on the board, and it does seem as though they will do so. Liam getting first points on the board, and this is exactly what Validate needs to get back in this series.
Well, it's going to be a 1-point play there, as you said. So 1-0 is the scoreline here, but we'll see Restoring now. He's going to try and get something over the top of the buildings there. I feel like that might have just missed, and it did. Tainted Minds player, they're going to be able to throw it out here. I don't know who it was, or almost it, but what was that? Nimble once again with the turnaround kill. Very nicely done by him to shut down Restoring. Throwing the drone back and forth right now. Nimble, he's just continuing on. This time punches Zepper in the face. He's absolutely knocks him to the floor. As Tainted Minds are pushing up the map now, getting that drone towards this ticket area, as you were talking about before. Damage, he finds a nice kill, but Beeson with another 2-piece. Man, he's starting to heat up.
Yeah, that was huge there from Beeson. If Setsy mentioned with that gunfire, would have put him in a very tough spot, spawning towards that back petrol area, and it seems to Validate doing quite well here. This is exactly what they need to get back in this series, and I think, you know, the counter-catching Tainted Minds off guard. They're winning a lot of big duels they need to win. As I say, that 3 go through for Tainted Minds, so they will get a bit of map control here. Seems as though they will get towards this drone area. Nimble got 2 to deal with. Statue tags up both of them, but can't manage to pull the kill. Might have be traded. Setsy does manage to get 2 there. Tainted Minds do manage to get out of the area, you know, with relative safety. Liam, huge deep piece from here. Seems like both teams having a very solid base defense right now. Not really too many points, bar that 1-pointer. And seems as though, you know, very close game early on in this game.
But what I like from Validate is the fact they're doing it from the preferred scoring side. So Tainted Minds, that ticket side seems to be where most teams prefer to score, and it's easy to get relays and 2-point plays because of the spawn traps you're able to make from that. But Validate, they're doing very well in there. It seems like for the most part that drone stuck out in the statue very, very close to Tainted Minds' drone. Uplink point portal there. That one going to be intercepted by Nimble, but it's not too little too late because Tainted Minds, they need to start clearing up some kills and push up the map. They haven't really been able to get that much further past the start of the ticket booth. And if they can't do that, then Validate, they're just going to be able to walk away with this one with such a small scoreline, but it's still enough to get the win, that's for sure. 1 point can do it for any team, and either team. That drone going to be respawning in the middle of the map here. And Beeson, he gets an assist from his teammate from behind. They need to push up now. 2 plays he can test with. He finds the first. His teammate isn't going to be able to find the second, though, either, because Zeus gets 2. But Restalling trading that one out finally, so he needs to wait for his teammates to be able to come and back him up. He's got one of them. That's going to be Liam here. Please don't jump out of the map. That would have been a bit awkward, but we'll see. Tainted Minds, they're still holding on. Even with just 2 players left, they seem to be able to hold on.
Yeah, most definitely winning pretty much every gunfight here. The trade's coming in. Liam gets a huge 2-piece there. And now, right now, it seems as though Validate, they've pretty much had map control this entire half, which is something you don't really see from Tainted Minds. I think it's just the way that, you know, Validate playing this, they seem to always have a player flanking, and I think it's kind of catching Tainted Minds off guard. If you look at the mini-map, player number 4, Beast, is on the flank again. He will get probably 1 or 2 here. Looking towards it, we'll get that 1, and we'll see another 1. Setsy does manage to make a kill, but, you know, that always catching some player off guard, and Tainted Minds got to pick up on that and see that they always know there's going to be a player flanking, because if they keep letting him go through, it's just going to offer up plenty of map control for Validate and let them slide away with this uplink. Sorry.
Well, 15 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll see Validate now take the lead going into the second, going on to the preferred scoring side once again. As we were mentioning, Nimble, he's trying desperately to get up into ticket, get his teammates to help him get some points on the board. He does have one in the back pocket. They might be able to get last second throw, and they do. They tie it up at the last second. And that's what Tainted Minds needed to just level the pegging. We've got 5 minutes left of uplink, potentially, if Tainted Minds can win it. And they needed that so badly.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a confidence crusher for Validate. You know, it is only a 1-point play, does tie up the map, but, you know, for the most part, Validate were pretty much in control for 4.5 minutes there. So for them to be tied at the half is, they're not capitalizing on the situations that they're being offered up. I think Tainted Minds might just be able to run away with this one if they can start this one off early. But Beeson again on that flank, as he said earlier on, pretty much just going to see him there the entire game. He is known for flanking Setsy, picking up on it early on. You mentioned with that gunfight, it seems as though Tainted Minds getting early control of this drone and, you know, controlling its map relatively well.
We can see 2 players from Validate towards the middle of the map where the drone usually spawns. 3 players from Tainted Minds are going to be pushing up, but Nimble now he's on his own. He's going to throw that one, gets the upload in the portal. That's going to be Tainted Minds finally taking the lead here. And that's definitely the start to this half they needed. Beeson, though, he's going to try and do the complete same with his teammates pushing up towards ticket. Damage, though, the last line of defense needs to stay alive here. Nimble comes and is ready to help him out. Damage, he needs to stay alive so crucially here. Restalling might be able to get the kill on the player 8, which is Setsy, to get control over those spawns. And he'll get 1 on Damage. Can he get the second? No, Setsy turns around and smacks him in the face with his weapon. Actually, in fact, the smack came from Restalling there, but Setsy did find that kill. Validate. They were so close to getting those spawns cleared up so they can get a drone cap in, but Tainted Minds, some very good, solid baseline defense.
Yeah, definitely very solid right now. Not allowing anything to get through, even Restalling, even when he was going ham right there, still managed to not get any points through. So I don't know what Valley is doing. They haven't got any sort of conviction going towards this portal, can't manage to get anything on the board, but, you know, it seems as though players are, you know, slaying relatively well. You can look at the scoreboard right now. It seems as though Validate got more kills than TM. They're pretty much in control in this entire game, but somehow are down right now, and they need to make sure that they're getting in positions where, you know, the kills are getting them towards a portal and they're scoring, because right now it seems as though Tainted Minds is just walking away with this one.
Only a 1-point game still, though, Yosh. We've got to consider all the possibilities. Validate could definitely start setting up and get some control over the middle of the map. We'll see what they can do here, though. 3 kills going down for Tainted Minds. Make that all 4 dead, and this is where Setsy can go for a 2-point play, a dunk, if you will, and this will set Tainted Minds up potentially for the victory. Going 3 points up, that's 2 possession game. You need at least 2-point plays to win if you are Validate from here on out, and you've got 2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining to do so. Kingston now, he's snaking around in the middle of the map, waiting for the play to contest. He's going to get a little bit aggressive. He's getting a little bit antsy here. 2 players contesting. He'll find one, but gets traded out here by Zeus. Restalling, though. He'll get the trade on that one, too. And with 2 minutes 30 remaining, we need to see Validate step it up here. They've been able to get some good kills. It's going to be Liam as well, finding another in the base of Tainted Mines, but we've got 2 players from Validate pushing up this drone. They're going to find one to damage, so that's another very crucial kill here. Just clearing out one by one, not allowing Tainted Mines the time of day, but we will see some trades in the map here. Restalling now, trying to contest with the player, and Ticket, he finds that one as well, but shut down from the back. Liam now, he's got a very important job of killing Zeus, and he does that, but the drone's reset here, so no matter what they do here, they need to get the respawns going. Nimble's going to be able to help damage find that kill on Liam, and that's going to be Tainted Mines once again. Very crucial defense, but it was very, very solid.
Yeah, very, very solid. It just doesn't seem as though Validate can get a foothold in this game. Any sort of kills they make, you know, just look at the kill feed. They're making 2, 3 kills here and there and just can't seem to do anything with it. You know, and then when Tainted Mines coming off respawn, they somehow just manage to win the gunfights they need to make to get out of the base. So right now, Validate need to lock it down somehow. Again, 2 kills coming from Validate. Zeppo does manage to get one as well. That is 4 down temporary, and just seems to be restoring, going towards his portal. And again, look, they're not playing the waves. It seems as though they're just getting a bit too, you know, aggressive, overzealous. They don't need to go towards the portal so quick. I know you've only got a minute and a half to work with, but if you just play that one more wave, you can get a lot of control on the map, and you can get yourself back in this game. If you're just getting one wave and just pretty much just running into them, they're just going to shut you down, and you're not going to get any points on the board.
Nimble now pushing through Sushi there. He's going to be able to get up on the map. He uses active camo, actually. I didn't even realize, but that's going to be a 1-point play going in for Tainted Mines as well to give them 4-point lead here. I was watching the mini-map. I was seeing Liam. He was trying to spot him. I wasn't sure what was going on. Figured out it must have been Nimble. He's used his payload, so that is going to be a very nice point for him. Once again, you need now 2 2-point plays if you're Validate to even tie it up and take it to overtime. And Damage and Co, I don't think they're going to allow to do that. As you can see, they're just going to be holding onto that drone, wasting time, 30 seconds remaining. I really think that's it. I don't feel like Validate are going to be able to get any more points left.
Yeah, definitely holding the ball towards this back petrol area. Oh, pretty much just draining the clock right now. Nothing Validate can do right now, and this is going to be GG's. You know, it seems Validate will go towards the losers bracket, but they can take a lot of positives out of this series. You know, as I said, this is not a series you want to be coming into. They've been hot and cold in the season, you know, but coming into a LAN, especially with 2 players who've never played on LAN before, playing against a team who is seasoned on LAN, they're going to take positives out of it. Yeah. They can't just get their heads down and be like, okay, well, we just got smacked, or that's the weekend over. You know what I mean? They've got still plenty more COD to play. They've got